My Lovely Sam Soon is a South Korean television series that aired on MBC from June 1 to July 21, 2005 on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 21:55 for 16 episodes. It was based on the internet novel of the same title by Ji Soo-hyun, which was published on March 9, 2004. Touted is the Korean version of Bridget Jones's Diary. It starred Kim Sun-ah, Yeon Bin, Jung, Ryeo-won and Daniel Henney. Sam Soon is an old-fashioned name in Korean culture. It is translated as third daughter is three, Soon is meek or feminine. The romantic comedy drama series was a huge hit, with an average viewership rating of 37.6%, and its peak rating of 50.5% makes it the 26th highest-rated Korean drama of all time. It also won numerous awards, including the Baeksang Arts Awards Grand Prize for TV, and the Grand Prize at the MBC Drama Awards for Kim Sun-ah. Synopsis: Kim Sam Soon is loud and brash, yet insecure about her weight. She has always been embarrassed by her old-fashioned first name, and nearing her 30th birthday, she dreams of changing it. Coming from a lower-middle-class family, she didn't go to college, but she saved up to go to France where she trained to become a pâtissière. Desserts are her real passion, and she's an excellent baker. On Christmas Eve, Sam Soon gets dumped by her cheating boyfriend and loses her job. One of the witnesses to her public humiliation is young Jin-hyun, the owner of upscale French restaurant Bon Appétit. Upon recognizing her talent, Jin-hyun hires her as Bon Appétit's new pastry chef. From their first meeting, the two have an antagonistic relationship, and sparks fly. Jin-hyun is the son of a wealthy hotelier, and his mother constantly nags him about succeeding her in the hotel business. She also keeps setting him up on matchmaking dates, saying his niece Mi-ju, who hasn't spoken a word since the childhood trauma of her parents' deaths, needs a mother figure. When Sam Soon finds herself in need of a copyright $50 million to prevent the foreclosure of her mother's house, Jin-hyun proposes a deal. In exchange for the money, she agrees to become his pretend girlfriend. They draw up a complicated contract, of which the most important stipulation is that they should never fall in love for real. But as they spend more time together, Sam Soon and Jin-hyun grow closer and gradually fall for each other. But just when things are going well, Jin-hyun's ex-girlfriend Yoo Hee-jin returns from the United States. Hee-jin had suddenly left Korea years ago, right after a car accident that had killed Jin-hyun's older brother, his sister-in-law and a motorcyclist, and left Jin-hyun seriously injured. Though Jin-hyun's leg eventually recovered, emotional scars remained, a mixture of sorrow, guilt, and anger at Hee-jin's abandonment. But what he didn't know was that Hee-jin had been diagnosed at the time with stomach cancer, and she'd broken up with him because she didn't want to add to the tragedy he was already experiencing. Now in remission, she returns to Korea to ask for a second chance, followed by her Korean-American doctor Henry Kim, who is in love with Hee-jin and eager to learn his roots. Upon learning the truth, Jin-hyun reconciles with Hee-jin. Broken-hearted, Sam Soon resigns from Bon Appétit, and she and her older sister Yi-young decide to open an online pastry business using Yi-young's settlement from her recent divorce. Meanwhile, Jin-hyun can't stop thinking about Sam Soon and realizes that he wants to be with her. After several run-ins in which he sabotages her blind date and immaturely invents reasons to see her, he finally confesses his love for Sam Soon. After a difficult breakup with Hee-jin, Jin-hyun proves to Sam Soon's mother and sister that he's serious about her and the couple begin dating happily. Then Hee-jin asks a final favor of Jin-hyun, to accompany her back to the US to rejoin her parents there. Sam Soon is initially resistant, but later gives her blessing when Jin-hyun reassures her that this journey will be a form of closure for him and Hee-jin. He promises to return after 1 week. Sam Soon goes once again to the city clerk's office to have her name changed, but finally believing that her name is special and an important part of her identity, changes her mind at the last minute and tears up the papers. 2 months pass, with no calls or letters from Jin-hyun, and Sam Soon has given up on him and gone on with her life. She reads a poem on a poster at a bus stop, dance like no one's watching. Sing like no one's listening. Work like you don't need the money. Love like you've never been hurt before. Live like there's no tomorrow. When Jin Hyun arrives, she gives him the cold shoulder. But the misunderstanding is cleared up when 2 months' worth of postcards gets delivered to Sam Soon's house. They had been sent to the wrong address all this time. Jin Hyun had spent the 2 months traveling and inspecting hotels all over America. In his desire to be a man worthy of Sam Soon, he is finally ready to take up the reins as his mother's heir. Whatever obstacles come their way, Sam Soon and Jin Hyun decide to face the future together, doing their best at work and love, and living life to the fullest. Cast: Main characters: Kim Sun as Kim Sam Soon, 30-year-old pastry chef; Yeon Bin as Yeon Jin Hyun, 27-year-old owner of Bon Appetit restaurant; Jung Ryeo-won as Yoo Hee-jin, Jin Hyun's ex-girlfriend; Daniel Henney as Dr. Henry Kim, Hee-jin's doctor. Supporting characters: Kim Ja-ok as Park Bong-suk, Sam Soon's mother; Ryeo-won as Kim Yi-young, Sam Soon's sister; Na Moon-hee as Na Yeon-suk, Jin Hyun's mother; Seo Ji-hee as Yeon Mi-ju, Jin Hyun's niece; Yoon Yi-hee as Yoon Yeon-suk, CEO. Na's assistant; Lee Kyo-han as Min Yeon-woo, Sam Soon's ex-boyfriend; Lee Yoon-mi as Jang Chi-ri, Won Jong-ri as Chi-ri's mother; Maeng Bong-hak as Sam Soon's father; Kim Sung-kim as Jin Hyun's uncle; restaurant staff: Yo-woon K as Mizo, manager; Kwon Hee-hyo as Lee Yeon-moo, chef; Han Yo-woon as Lee In-hai, Sam Soon's assistant; Kim Yeon-young as Jang Young-ja, dining room captain; Kim Ki-bang as Ki-bang, kitchen assistant. Reception: Some critics believe its huge success was due to the show's focus on the life of a single woman in her late 20s. Particularly, the heroine's chubby physical appearance and frank, flawed yet lovable personality broke long-held Korean drama stereotypes, greatly increasing its popularity due to its resonance with many Koreans. Ratings: in the table below, the blue numbers represent the lowest ratings and the red numbers represent the highest ratings. Soundtrack: the My Lovely Sam Soon soundtrack was released on June 18, 2005. Korean electronica band Classiquay contributed 2 songs to the soundtrack, Be My Love, and She Is, the former of which became the show's theme song. The show's popularity brought the group increased media and public attention. Awards and nominations: International broadcast: the series first aired in Japan on cable channel KNTV from August 15 to October 4, 2005. Re-airings followed on satellite channel WOWOW beginning July 6, 2006 on Thursdays at 8 p.m., and on the Fuji TV network as part of its Hello Alpha programming block beginning February 1, 2010. In the Philippines, it first aired on the GMA network in 2005, during which it received a peak viewership rating of 40.2% and an average viewership rating of 34.9%. placing it among the top 10 highest-rated Asian dramas to air in the country. It was rebroadcast on GMA Network in 2009. Stage adaptation: a stage adaptation ran at the Sangmyeong Art Hall in Seoul from January 21 to September 25, 2011. Remake: a 2007 Indonesian remake titled Darling starred Nabila Syaiki and Bae Wong. A 2008 Philippine remake titled Ako Si Kim Sam Soon starred Regine Velasquez and Mark Anthony Fernandez. References. External links: My Name is Kim Sam Soon official MBC website, My Lovely Sam Soon at MBC Global Media, My Lovely Sam Soon at Korea Tourism Organization, My Lovely Sam Soon at the Internet Movie Database, My Name is Kim Sam Soon at Han Cinema.